It's just another Mystic Monday, where magic dances in the moon's array, with wonders waiting at every turn. Let's embrace the mystic, let our spirits yearn. Mystic Monday, oh what a day, where mysteries unfold and come what may. A journey of enchantment for another Mystic Monday. Let's find our way. In every whisper of the ancient trees, and in every ripple of the mystical seas, there's a tale untold and a spell to weave. On this Mystic Monday, let's truly believe. With hearts open wide and spirits high, let's delve into the realms where dreams can fly. For in this world of magic and light, every Mystic Monday ignites our delight. So let's embrace the wonders, let's come and play, for every Mystic Monday lights our way. With each new adventure, we can lead the way to another Mystic Monday, where we can seize the day. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our second ever Mystic Monday. So here we go with another Mystic Monday on these Mystic Monday series. Every single Monday we look into the astrology of the week, and then we look into the cards to see what the cards have to say about the energies of the week. So it's like we're taking life one week at a time, but also, these Mystic Mondays can be timeless, so whenever you get it, you would want to watch it as 1 week. So I would skip the astrology because the astrology really isn't timeless, but the card reads are. So those will be at the end, and I'll probably figure out how to put the timestamp. I have hope in myself. And see, that's what this is about. I'm just beginning with these Mystic Mondays, and I'm so grateful to have you guys here at the beginning, you wonderful internet mystic seekers. I am so grateful for you all. But yes, this is just the beginning, and I'm starting during a Mercury retrograde. So I do want to discuss Mercury retrograde for a minute, because this week is actually Mercury retrograde all week. Mercury's going to be retrograde. So the thing about Mercury retrogrades, and see, here I am, I'm launching in a Mercury retrograde, so it looks like I'm just beginning to my audience, but I've had this stuff in motion for a long time. In fact, whenever I'm recording this video and whenever I was recording the last video, Mercury isn't retrograde yet. So, you know, what I'm trying to say is Mercury retrograde is a time for reflecting, and if you have something already in motion, then it's fine to continue on during the Mercury retrograde. But it's best if you continue on with the understanding that there's going to be bumps, there's going to be hiccups, some things are not going to work right, so you learn from those things. That's why it's a re-evaluating time. It's a time where we're learning lessons. And yeah, things I've noticed, they really do tend to be bumpy. I feel like the energy gets bumpy during a Mercury retrograde. So the week that I'm going to be talking about in these videos is, yeah, it's bumpy energy that we're going through. And the moon, oh my goodness, the moon is stirring up our emotions just left and right, but that's what she always does. And honestly, it's a measure of a true master human. Master humans are those that can control their emotions through all of the emotional fields. So, learning the moon and how she progresses through the charts, it really does help you come into your mastery, which I really do want to teach, and I want to preach, and I want to embody for all of you. I hope that I can do that for all of you. But yes, this is our first Mystic Monday, or this is our second Mystic Monday with a Mercury retrograde. And it's bumpy energy. You see, whenever I do these, I can get into the energy of the week, and so I'll begin to express it too, even without Mercury being retrograde while I record these. But these are live videos that are recorded, and I will be in the comment section if you want to speak to me, and I would be happy to hear from you. So, first of all, Mercury retrograde. What is Mercury retrograde? Well, it's an optical illusion. And a lot about astrology is based off our perspective of the stars and the planets. So, our perspective is that Mercury is going backwards. Like Mercury's turning around and going the other way. Everybody else goes this way all the time. And then all of a sudden here's a star that starts going this way. And it starts heading towards the sun, which is really crazy. And then it'll conjunct the sun, which is the cazimi, and then it'll go further back, and then it'll be behind the sun for a while until it retrogrades again. And it's an optical illusion, and it's a time for re-evaluating. It's a time to re-evaluate. Let's see. It has an 88 day cycle around the sun. Every 88 days, approximately, it will retrograde. And Mercury is associated with communication, travel, technology, because all the technology, it starts acting up during a Mercury retrograde, and mental clarity. And so whenever it's moving forward, all of those things are moving well. Whenever it moves backwards, it's kind of like you stumble on your words. You you second guess your mental clarity. You second guess what you know. Travel becomes hindered. It's like things get in the way of you being able to travel smoothly. And technology malfunctions. Lots of technology malfunctions during Mercury retrogrades. But honestly, I think technology malfunctions all year long. And yeah, we're not going to get into that. It's a whole different story. But yes, during Mercury retrograde, these things happen. And that's why it's really not a good idea to start something new during a Mercury retrograde. First of all, you're not communicating clearly, and second of all, you're not thinking quite clearly. And a lot of times I've seen people make decisions during a Mercury retrograde and think that they have to do it right now. Mercury does not retrograde that long. It really does not retrograde that long. It retrogrades often. That's why we feel like Mercury's always retrograding, because it retrogrades often. But it doesn't retrograde that long. I mean, sometimes it could be a little over 2 weeks, but for the most part, it's 2 weeks max, So if you're having an idea during a Mercury retrograde, it's a good idea to write it down and then wait for Mercury to go direct and then look at that idea again. If it's a good idea, then you're going to be able to move forward with it. But if it's not quite a good idea, you'll be able to see it more clearly now that Mercury's direct. So that's the idea, but also, there are long-term projects, and if we put all of our long-term projects on hold just because Mercury went retrograde, well, that would be a little bit insane. And we wouldn't get anywhere because, like I said, Mercury retrograde doesn't retrograde that long. I mean, it's like 2 weeks, but it does retrograde that often. So if like every couple months you're taking 2 weeks off, it kind of hinders the wheels of progress some ways, So, yeah, I do think that if you have long-term projects, all you got to do is expect, because you've already had this project going, this Mystic Hillbilly project and the Mystic Monday, like I had the idea of Mystic Monday back in my freshman year of spiritual schools. And I've been in spiritual schools, and I've now graduated my senior year. So, yeah, and it was a 4-year process for me. So it was 4 years, and for 4 years, I've had in motion everything that I need to do, all the courses that I took, everything. Speaking of bumps in the road, yeah, I have 2 cats, and they were fighting. My doggo does not like whenever they fight. She tries to keep them in order, and so yeah, bumps in the road. That's how it is. But what I was saying is, I've had this Mystic Monday in the works for over 4 years. And long-term projects during Mercury retrograde, we just expect things to not go properly. And again, like I said, whenever I was rambling kind of at the beginning. As I get into these energies, I kind of begin to feel the energy of the week. And I kind of feel the Mercury retrograde. And I feel like the things happening in this video, the cuts that I've had to make and stuff is, again, it's part of, we're immersing ourselves into this week. And it's the week of April 15th to April 23rd. And that's another thing that I'm going to be changing about these Mystic Mondays. I thought that the Mystic Mondays would be Monday to Monday. But after I made the first one and I thought about it, I was thinking it would be better to do Tuesday to Tuesday because I am going to air these my time, Mystic, or Monday evening. So I think that I need to do Tuesday to Tuesday. So we're going to go all the way to the 23rd with this week. It'll be 15th to the 23rd, 15th Monday to the 23rd, because I didn't do Monday on last Mystic Monday. And that's for the astrology portion. But for the card read portion, it'll always be a 1 week time block from whenever you watch it, or, like any timeless time. The card read will be a 1 week time block where we're picking up on the energies. And, yeah, so let's get into the astrology. I think I've talked enough about Mercury retrograde and what it means for us. It's a reevaluating period. That's why lessons come. Things don't work because you figure out how to make them work more smoothly, and then they really go smooth once Mercury goes direct. And it's not a time for brand new ideas. It's not a time to to figure out what you're gonna do, but it's a time to continue forward learning lessons of how to fix things, I guess. Especially with your communication, your mental clarity, your ability to travel, your interaction with technology, your relationship with technology. It's a good time to reevaluate that and to make it better. So Mercury retrograde is not a bad thing, and it's an okay thing, and we can all get through it, right? Hopefully. So, all right, let's get into the astrology. All right, for these astrology charts, I'm looking at universal time zone, and I'm not looking at times really, I'm just looking at the day. So we're going to start with Monday. And on Monday, we can see that Mercury retrograde is conjunct Chiron at 19 degrees Aries. And honestly, the thing that we're reevaluating, if you want bonus points during this Mercury retrograde for reevaluating, we're reevaluating the way that we act, the way that we behave. And Chiron at 19 degrees is like how you manifest with your behaviors. And it's time for you to start manifesting with your heart and acting on your heart. And with Mercury retrograde conjuncting that. And this is where the solar eclipse was last week. So last Monday, this was where the solar eclipse is. So Mercury is at the party spot now. And Mercury is, it's like we're wrapping our mind around what happened during the solar eclipse, what happened like right before the solar eclipse, and we're now wrapping our mind around it, and we're understanding a little bit better how to act on our heart, how our mind needs to behave in order for us to be able to act on our heart. And the ruler of that step 19, the ruler is Earth, and Earth is in Scorpio. It's here, step 26, Scorpio. And so it's telling us to commit to Commit to what we need to feel open. Commit to the boundaries that's needed so that we can open up to acting on where our hearts, acting on our hearts, so that we can open up to acting on our hearts. And this is helping us to wrap our mind around it. Now, the thing is, Mercury is retrograde here. So Mercury will come back and it'll be direct. And that's whenever we'll get the full clarity. Right now, we're trying to lead our mind to the understanding of what it's going to take to truly act on our hearts as we move forward. And we'll get that clarity later. It will come, but right now it's just kind of like a being curious. Be curious about what it would take to have, what kind of mindset would be needed for you to be able to act on your heart, for you to be able to commit to the boundaries that you need to commit to, that would allow you to feel open to the new higher worth that you're innovating. And these fears that we've been facing, these fears are still up. The Black Moon Lilith is still very much trine Uranus. Fears of the details of what it would take to innovate our self-worth. Right now, it's tough to believe that we could be worth more to ourselves. But if we're willing to face our fears around that, you can. You definitely can. Believe more in your worth. So that's today, Monday, and we're raising the vibration of how we feel by protecting our commitments to our boundaries. All right, let's move into Tuesday. So now the sun is at step 27 Aries. So this is a Grand Master Aries step. So this is going to be an ego rule day. People are going to be waking up with their ego in control. Like we can say, kill your ego all day long. But there's always going to be an ego while we're here in the physical body. So it's like ascend your ego, teach your ego ascension, teach your ego how awesome how awesome thrival is more than survival. That's more, that kind of stuff will reach the average everyday person, whereas the average everyday person isn't trying to become an ascended master, so they don't really need to kill their ego like that, okay? But it is important that we have ego checks, right? Because our egos can get kind of cocky and out of order. And this day right here, step 27 Aries, is a day where people's egos can get cocky and out of order. And you might even need an ego check. I mean, I've had, especially on step 9 or net 9, because 27 adds to a 9, net 9 days, for sure, I can find myself waking up and being cocky and rude and stuff, and I'm like, what is going on? I have to check myself. So for real, because, and let the ego know, yes, just because you're ruling today doesn't mean that you get to go around and run everything that the rest of it. I'm talking about the state of awareness. It's in my own mind, like they're us, but the rest of me doesn't want, I don't know. I hope that makes sense. If it resonates with you, then more power to you. But yeah, so people are going to be, it's an ego rule day, so we need to watch out for that. Mercury is still conjunct Chiron at step 19, so there's still time to reevaluate and to really think about what mindset do I need to be able, like, is is the hateful mindset of everybody's wrong, is that really going to help me be able to move forward and to act on what my heart desires? Is that really, what mindset is going to help me to act on my heart? And why do I find it so hard to act on my heart? And is it is it my thinking? Like that's it's the kind of stuff that we're evaluating here. And Black Moon Lilith is still trining Uranus with Jupiter right there. Hasn't moved to it yet, but we're expanding how we feel about our worth, and we're still building those boundaries. Building the boundaries around this new higher feeling vibration that we're working with Pluto too. Mars is coming in to oppose Black Moon Lilith, which means we're fearing the details of, while we're fearing the details of what's necessary to follow through on what our heart believes is possible, we're needing to act on what we have faith in now. It's not a full opposition yet, so we're not doing that on Tuesday, but the tension is we're beginning to feel it on Tuesday. The tension begins to build as far as through the opposition of fearing the possibility, the details of the possibility of our beliefs coming true, and acting on what we believe and have faith on now. There's going to be a dynamic of like the details of what's necessary for the future seems to get in the way with what we're trying to act on now, or it's like, or a worry that what we're acting on now will get in the way of the details necessary for the future. So to that I would say, if you begin to feel that feeling, go within. I feel like we're not quite there yet. It's gonna start to build though, and so I'm not hearing the advice for it yet. So we have Venus almost conjunct the North Node. Within 1 degree, and we're feeling that too, which is a feeling of opening up to our life path, our life purpose, opening up to our actual purpose. So that's tied in with these energies very much. We'll get there. It's a building up. So Tuesday is the beginning of a build, which if we would have started on Tuesday, that would have worked out just great. So that's what these reevaluating during the Mercury retrograde is all about. And miscommunicating too, which we'll see if I do that all the time or not, because literally I'm recording pre-Mercury retrograde, and then whenever I'm gonna get to the part where I'm no longer telling you about the retrograde, I'm telling you about Mercury direct. Mercury will be retrograde, so I'm like, well, my communication issues continue because Mercury is actually retrograde. But now I'm speaking of it directly, I'm curious. I hope that you guys are too. That's why I'm glad that I'm starting. You're part of my beginning. You're part of my start. And I love you guys so much. Y'all are the number ones. So, all right, let's move to the next day. We now move into the Jupiter conjunct Uranus. So, yeah, so that's why it was so important to be protecting how you feel about your worth, because now we're going to be able to truly, and it's going to be scary, we're going to be able to expand our worth and the belief in the possibility, because honestly, as we expand, because we've been protecting the feeling of an expanded worth, now we're gonna it's gonna feel real, like our expanded worth has expanded, and as that expands, it's like, whoa, okay, so now it's like yesterday what I was talking about, which I knew I should have moved on, but what I was talking about yesterday with the we're so afraid of these beliefs, it's like now that's why the fear is going to move up and ramp up by the time Mars gets there with that action dynamic. I see it now clearly because definitely because what's going to happen is because we've been protecting the feeling of the expanded worth, now we actually feel our expanded worth, and it's like it's real. So now what we thought that we believed yesterday, just yesterday, what we thought that we felt that we believed is going to be like, now we can believe this because we know this now, like believe and then know, and then now we know the belief, so now here's the next belief so that we can know it. So it's really cool. So now, yeah, the belief expands because the worth expands because you protected the feeling. Now, for all of these, there's always polarity. So for people that were protecting the feeling of not being able to expand their worth, their fears are gonna kind of take over and become real. You can manifest your fears so easy in this energy, so easy. So I'm talking like, yay, it's gonna be so great. But honestly, I do want to worry because we have the sun is in step 28, Aries. So that's a manifest degree, and it's a master manifesting degree. We manifest with our feelings, and if we're feeling fear, and the fear is tied into Jupiter Uranus conjunct, honestly, this is on Wednesday. Tuesday, our egos are in control. Wednesday, fear can be manifest. So for all of the humans, they're kind of on default mode. Watch out for them because a lot of them are going to be after a big ego trip. They're going to have regret and a manifestation of their fears, which is just going to make it more concrete for them in their beliefs of how bad it can be. But hopefully, for my mystic seekers out there, you're watching this and you've probably watched other stuff too. And hopefully, you're able to understand that you were protecting a belief of being worth more, of the possibility, and then now something could happen that shows you how real and possible it is, or it could show you, look, it's real, and then now the possibility rises even further. Does that make sense? Like, yeah, there's an expansion of belief, and that's scary. It'll be scary because it's like, I believe that, I'm worthy to be the mystic hillbilly, and then now it's like you're getting invitations to go do speeches for people. And it's like, I was just going to be an internet person. I wasn't going to go do these speeches, but maybe I can. But I've never done it before. And it's scary. The idea is scary, but it's worth going after. So you got to move into that fear too. There's a moving into the fear if you're not manifesting it. If you're manifesting it, you're going to be moving into it anyway because you're going to be thinking, see, this is the proof of why things always fall apart and things never work out for me. Woe is me. You can throw a huge pity party with these energies too. So watch out for that. And Mercury has moved on, and Venus is now conjunct the South Node. So on Wednesday, we have a full opening up to your life path, life purpose. So yeah, right there, it's time to open up and speak to your heart. It's time to talk to your heart. Have a heart-to-heart with your heart. Truly, Wednesday is a day to have a heart-to-heart with your heart. All right, let's move on to Thursday. Thursday is the Grandmaster, step 29, Aries day. So it is going to be cray. It's going to be a testing of the limits. You will be tested. Your limits could be tested. The limits of your character, the limits of your ability to go do. We do have Black Moon Lilith moving on from that trine, but Jupiter and Uranus staying right there, so definitely the opportunity to expand your belief in your ability to innovate your worth. But now we're fearing all the feelings. we're fearing, but what if our feelings get in the way? And we're feeling that. So this week really is, it starts off really intense, and then I feel like we're going to be able to breathe on Friday, hopefully. Let's see, let's move into Friday. Okay, Friday we have Venus conjunct Mercury, so that's opening up our mind to, and what our heart senses is possible. Opening up our mind to what our heart senses is possible. And, being curious about the mindset that would be possible. Because, again, Mercury's retrograde. So we're rethinking. Any notes that you get, you could write them down because you'll go back and look at them. But the sun moves into step 0 Taurus, which it really is so nice that God has set up the energies this way so that we reach the intensity and then we breathe. We reach the intensity and then we breathe. And I don't know. I like it. I love God. I think God is good. And I think that it's for a good reason. So we will be able to breathe a little bit as Mars does pull in closer with the Black Moon Lilith, and the moon is going to be conjunct Black Moon Lilith. Okay, so this square is going to be a little bit more intense than I was thinking at the beginning of the week, but I was right to point it out at the beginning of the week because it is, the whole week is going to be leading up to this type of opposition big time, and our feelings are possibly gonna get in the way. And that's okay, honestly. And it doesn't mean that they're always gonna get in the way, but it's a very, very, very good opportunity to have a lesson of what allowed your feelings to get in the way, how you allowed your feelings to get in the way, kind of thing. Again, this isn't gonna be on Friday, but Friday it's a breather day, honestly. It's the eye of the storm. And get curious about wrapping your mind and the mindset that will be needed to open up to what your heart senses is possible. That's what Friday is going to be about. And Crown's moved on to step 20 Aries. So we're moving on to healing our feelings. Yeah, we're going to be able to heal our feelings. And this is just the beginning. Crown just moved to step 20. Remember, Crown's been at step 19 forever. It's going to be at step 20 for a while. So let's not rush anything. But we're able to finally move on to healing our feelings in a way to where we can protect the right proper boundaries around our feels to move in a masterful way to live a magical life. So there we go. Let's move into Saturday. Okay, Saturday, we are at step 1 Taurus. So it's time for our heart to begin to feel this expanded worth. And it's time to really take it to heart, the expanded worth that we have. And this is the day, Saturday is the day that we have Black Moon Lilith opposing Mars. Mars in Pisces. So this one isn't the strong one. But here with Black Moon Lilith at step 22, which is like 2 moons, conjunct the moon, Black Moon. So it's like 4 moons. And if you think of moon as like emotional energy, these are like four states of awareness of emotional energy uniting all under Virgo, which is like all the details. So it's like all the feels and all the details about the feels. So this could be really intense. Yeah, bells. Like really intense. And we're being called to act on the innovative self-worth that we think is possible, but we feel so freaking intense. The feels are probably going to get in the way. And honestly, I think even if we're like trying to be masters, our feels are going to get in the way. And it's a day to just learn, like figure out why, where, everything that was in your power on your side. It wasn't their fault, it was your fault. Like not your fault in a toxic way, though it could. This could go toxic so easy too, even for the best of us, even for the best of us. Let's see. Because yeah, it's so tied into this expanded belief in ourselves. We're being called to act on it. It's like it's time to act. If you say you have faith in it, take action. Like put your money where your mouth is. Oh my goodness. And we're feeling like, but what if, and we could feel this, and if what if somebody stabs us, we're gonna have to take care of that. And oh my goodness. Understand that it's a part of the process. All right. So let's move on to Sunday. See if it lightens up. It does. It'll lighten up a little bit Sunday. Of course, the sun's in step 2, so we're still feeling it. It's like hangover energies. Venus is conjunct Chiron again, this time. Well, not again, but Venus is conjunct Chiron at step 20. So we're opening up to the possibility of healing our emotions, and we're opening up to the understanding of the boundaries that would be needed to, which I mean, yesterday probably taught us a lesson with our feels. The south node or the north node moved on to step 14, Aries. Now our life path, it's about where our heart belongs. And Mercury is at step 16, Aries, where it's going to stay for the rest of the week that we're going to be talking about. So it's about wrapping our mind around this new possibility that we've opened up to. Like, it's kind of intense, right? Even though the feelings can get in the way so hardcore, and we're feeling that. And so it's like, what's going to be needed? What boundaries do I need? What time and space do I need to give myself to be able to not act that way, to allow my feelings, but not allow my feelings to control me, but allow my feelings to be, so that not in a way that makes me toxic. Like, because lessons were learned yesterday about feelings, and feelings can get intense, and it's like they can take control of us. So today is like a re-evaluation of that, and figuring out how in the heck are we going to make sure that they don't take control of us. I know they can get intense, but that's what we're figuring out, is the boundaries needed around our feelings to be able to expand and innovate our self-worth. Okay, now let's go to Monday. The Mystic Monday, where I'll get to see you again on the next Mystic Monday. And on this Monday, we are going to be this square of this step 2. I mean, that's about protecting our feelings. Jupiter is moving on, so we're going to be able to expand our capacity to feel. We're going to be able to expand our feeling innovativeness. Expand our innovation abilities, to expand our worth. I don't know if this stuff is making sense to y'all or not. But so Jupiter moves on, and this creates a trine with Black Moon Lilith once again. So the expansion again, is creating lots of fears. And the fears are about the details. The expansion is in our self-worth. So, and Mercury is again at step 16, like I said, for the rest of this, which this is the last day, Monday. And let's see, we're at 15:37 Universal Time, so it's kind of like the end of the day. But we do move to step 3. So Monday is also a very big feeling day. We're going to be feeling our feelings, feeling what's necessary to protect our feelings. We're going to be feeling the past on Monday as the moon crosses the south node. So a lot of the feelings that come up are feelings from the past. And these past feelings, it's time to act on them with the new faith, with the new belief that you have in yourself. And that's going to cause the feelings to innovate your worth and what you feel that you're worth. All right, guys, that's our weekly astrology portion. So now I am going to move on to the card read, and I will see you guys on the other side. Hello, everybody on the other side. So we are ready for our card read. And for the card read, I really want you guys to focus on your own intuition. What's the card reading to you? Hopefully, I'm just confirming what you're already feeling. But if I'm not confirming, go with what you're feeling, not with what I'm saying. But yeah, so yeah, you're the one that's right. You know your life direction. Don't let me take it somewhere else with this card read. So just with that said, let's get into the card read. So this is a 1 week card read. We're gonna well, let's just get into it and let's go. So it's a 1 week card read. It lasts for 7 days. 1 week. Timeless card read. Here we go. Where do we want to start with the runes? I'm just feeling that. Okay, so we have Hagelas and Gibo. And I feel like even though it was that way, or it could be this. So what I'm seeing with this, I'm not that happy about. But what I'm seeing with it is the hardships are a gift. The storm is a gift. The storm that we're going to be embracing this week is a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift, is what I'm hearing. So the card that I pull out is Fehu. So this is our home foundation. And I guess what I'm hearing, what I'm feeling is like the hardships that our foundation, our foundation is going to get rumbled. And it's going to be a gift. It's a good thing. So I feel like Gibo, gift, yeah, see? Yeah, I feel like it's like a fortification of our foundation that's going to be necessary. Yeah. Yeah. Are you guys seeing that? Like, yeah, they're like, I feel like we're going to have to take action to defend our home. Action to defend our home. Very interesting. Let's see how the astrology dice come in play. Let's see what energies is going on for this week. let's see what we got. Waning gibbous moon. Cups. It's going to be in our fields. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So number 7. Intuition. Spirituality. We have the goat. Capricorn. Pluto and Capricorn in the 4th house. Yeah, that's our foundation Fehu, and that's protecting. So yeah, I feel like there's going to have to be commit to protecting your foundation is going to be very, very important. I feel like you sense what needs protected in your foundation, and you should go ahead and take action on that now. And you'll feel better for it. Because otherwise you're gonna feel awful about not protecting your foundation, where you feel like you think that you should have known, but really you couldn't have known. Like, even this card reading isn't like making it clear to you, but just be prepared to need to protect your foundation. We got Pisces coming out, imagination, empath, adaptable. I feel like adaptable is really coming out. Like, it's going to be important that you're adaptable. And we have smoky quartz, protection. So yes, and I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to get some smoky quartz for protection. Yeah, I feel like that would be a good idea. Let's see, we got this right here. We're gonna put it right here to add some extra protection, strength to our reading, to our gifts and ability, because we're gifted with the ability to be able to protect our foundation. We have the adaptability. I feel like it's moving forward in defense. I really do. So yeah, this waning gibbous moon, I feel like it's saying that, and I mean, for the Mystic Monday card reading that I'm doing, it ends with the waning gibbous moon, and it's saying that we are going to need resilience by the end of this week. Like, resilience is going to be called for. So I feel like in the astrology portion, I was discussing about how there's this tension that's building. So there's definitely, this week is a week of tension building. So don't force your eggs to hatch kind of energy. Like, take it easy, take breathers, pause. Like, make it a rule this week that you are gonna pause before you act, because honestly, and know that others aren't wise enough to do that. So when they react, you can be like, well, it's so sad for you that you're not pausing to have a response, but I am, because I don't want to react, which reacting is, acting again in a manner that you don't like, that causes you to not like yourself. So yeah, pause and respond. Don't react this week, because by the end of the week, you're gonna need resilience. Like, this could be a happy, I followed my intuition and I feel good about it end of the week, or it can be a very much, I didn't listen to my intuition, and like we'll say things like, I knew it, but did you know it? You did know it, didn't you? And you didn't take action on that knowing, and you ignored what you knew. And So I really feel like this is it's a week of tensions building, and if you think that Wednesday that the tensions won't get worse, you're wrong. It gets worse. And so resilience is called for. You're gonna need to be resilient. And think like the goat. You know, the goat is climbing that mountain, and the Pisces, adaptable. Be adaptable and be willing to just keep putting one foot in front of another. Protect the foundation though. Make sure the foundation is protected. Like, that's a great way to start this week. Start this week with reinforcing your boundaries and understanding that yes, you locked all the doors and you locked all the windows, and they came in through the ceiling and you didn't expect that, and there's no way that you could have expected that. So but you know, you still need to protect yourself and get them out and fix the ceiling, you know? And don't beat yourself up just because they came through the ceiling. They did that because you were fully protected, and they're going to be able to find the weakness where they can come through. You're not going to be able to find that at the beginning of the week, and that is okay. Just fortify where you can. Whenever they do come through in that way, it is a learning lesson. It's a learning lesson. You figure out, oh, okay, I see that you can come in through the ceiling now. So now I might have, you know, electric wires up there next time you try to break through, or you know, like, or you might figure out something else, like some steel bars to go through or something, you know, where it's not as easy to break through the ceiling, and then they'll come through the floor the next time. You know, it's a process. It's a learning process. So understand that, and understand it's really important for you to focus on your gifts, because your gifts are going to be what helps you to move through these intense energies. All right, so let's move to the tarot and see what the cards say. All right, 1 week, we have the beginning of the week, middle of the week, and the end of the week. So how are we going to do it? All right. Middle of the week. We're not going to take them reversed. I think it might need to be, it'll come out if it's supposed to be reversed later in the reading. Okay, so I'm seeing that we're going to start off this week like I'm feeling there's different ways to read this for us right now. Like, we're going to start off this week with a divine message that gives us a new understanding, a new way of looking at things. And then for others, it's okay, so yeah, I'm seeing two ways that this can go. For some, it is a divine message that brings divine understanding, or an expanded understanding. For others, it's a divine understanding that brings an expanded message. Where you'll have to speak your truth. Okay, so that's the beginning of the week. So it's like we begin this week with our mind blown. And we move into the middle of the week where I'm hearing hearing divine justice for it's like people are going to be manifesting with their feelings. They're going to be manifesting with their feels, and it's time to protect your feelings to manifest beauty. But it's like it's past time, and it's kind of like people are manifesting. They're getting what they've been feeling. You're getting what you've been feeling, kind of thing. And if you're willing to feel good through the storms, like it feels like these are lotuses blossoming in the fire and the hardships that turn into a rainbow to the stars, which leads to freedom. But you have to be willing to do that. You have to be willing to feel good through the bad times. And I just feel like that's what the midweek is. And honestly, that's one gift that we have. We have the gift of the ability to feel good through the bad times and to transmute, transform, and to make something beautiful out of the hardships. And it's going to lead to a lot of feelings. It's going to lead to a lot of feelings. And I just feel like it's repeating what I said with the astrology dice about how it's either going to lead to, oh, I knew it. And it's just kind of like oh, I knew it. And oh, crying. And it could be full of that. Or it could be yeah, I knew it. I knew it and I took action and I did what I was supposed to do. And I feel good. And either way, the week ends right before a full moon, and the week ends in a way that is full of feels. It's going to be full of feels, and the feelings are going to be amplified. So let's get some confirmation. Oh, which one is it? Very interesting. I think last Mystic Monday's reading, we had like every single two except for the Pentacles. And now this week, the Pentacles come up. So I feel like the decisions made last week lead to the decisions that we'll be making this week. And I don't like that we're making a decision at the end of the week because there's so many feels. But I guess if we've been masterful and we led our life properly, then like the feels are good and they'll lead us into good decisions, but it does worry me a bit. So, yeah, we start off the week, normal work week. Let's get to work as normal. And midweek, we receive a message. I feel like it's a message of judgment. So, if you've been looking for good news, here's your good news. Otherwise, you might be receiving bad news. And either way, I feel like the end of the weekend is going to lead to a decision point where you're going to have to make a decision about how to make your money. It might be a decision to move on to another job. It could be a decision of choosing to work more on paying off debt and less on saving, or more on saving and less on paying. It could be, it's a decision that is tied to your money though. But I feel like I feel like it's going to lead to freedom, though. There's a possible decision. Like, one of these is going to be leading towards freedom. And it's like we're upset that we are put in this decision energy because of this message. But this message was actually a gift. So, yeah, the gift is the storm. The gift is the storm. The gift is the shakeup. The gift is the shakeup of the foundation so that we can, yes, we've been working hard, but there's things that we didn't know that we could be missing. Again, it's the analogy of locking all your doors and windows and they come through the floor. What? We're going to start off the week doing everything that we can. We're going to have divine insight. But yeah, and it is a good idea to go ahead and start off the week with securing your foundations, making sure you're safe and everything. But there's a mishap happening mid week. It's a message, and it causes us to have to make a decision. And one of the choices will lead to divine freedom, which is why it's really important, because by the end of the week, we are going to be feeling our feels deeply, really feeling our feels. So try to be masterful and take care of those feelings. Shore up your foundations, your feeling foundations, because it's a tumultuous week after tumultuous times. So, all right, let's get some more confirmation. See where else it can go. It's not going to start, the week's not going to start off, it's going to seem good at the beginning of the week, for sure. Yeah, and there's a mishap midweek, for sure. But yeah, the beginning of the week is definitely, like I said, he started off doing his work as normal. This is not going to be a normal work week, but it'll feel like it at the beginning. So take that time to shore up your foundations. Do everything that you can. Again, we're going to do everything that we can, but they might come through the roof. And you even probably fixed your chimney, but they didn't come in through the chimney, you know? So understand that it's designed so that even if you do everything that you know that you can do, they're going to slip through, and that slip through is a lesson. It's a gift. It's a judgment. It's a message. It's a lesson. And being masterful with our emotions this week, understanding that we did shore up everything whenever things were feeling good, the best that we could, not beating ourselves up. There's no reason to beat ourselves up because it came through the ceiling. It's just like, oh, okay, cool. And I'm going to reinforce that. So next time it's probably going to come in through the floor, but we'll figure it out as we go. It's going to lead to feeling abundant. If you're willing to take that path, it'll lead to feeling abundant. The possibility to feel completely worthless is there. I'm not going to lie to you, it's there. I feel like really look into the smoky quartz. Like a smoky quartz is going to help you this week. Like have it in your pocket or something. Know that it's just, smoky quartz is reaching out and saying to those that, this is a tough week and ends tough too. Ends with lots of feels. Like resilience is going to be needed, because again, if you think that this shake up Wednesday that it's all over, no. Know on Wednesday that you need strength to make it through the weekend. So don't use up all your strength on Wednesday for what you need on the weekend. Is that making sense? I hope so. Alright, let's check in with the plant kingdom and see what the plant kingdom has to say. Plant kingdom, don't play. Alright, yeah. Opportunity to move forward with lessons learned, though. So, yeah. All right, so the plants are saying that the beginning of the week, there's going to be a need to detach from a person or a situation. Again, if that does come up, let's remember at the beginning of the week that we need energy to pull off what we need to pull off at the end of the week. So definitely there could be a need to detach from someone, because I could see how just detaching would be best. Honestly, I think last week we were talking about how someone's going to try to guilt trip us and we ghost the guilt tripper. I feel like that person we just might need to detach from them this week to be able to move forward with the strength and the resilience that we need to be able to move forward. And the plants with the olives here is saying that I'm hearing plant paths are going to diverge. Paths are going to diverge. Allow paths to diverge. If you have to disconnect from someone and that means that they're going way over here and you're going way over here and it seems like y'all never reconnect, let that be okay. It doesn't mean that you're never going to reconnect again, but allow that to be okay. Like, paths are going to diverge. You're going to need to disconnect from someone. Paths are going to diverge. What seems like many branches, what was many branches together, now you're going to be moving forward with your branch, your mastery, and the lessons learned. Like I said earlier, the lessons learned. You'll be able to move forward and see, because where it was many branches, it becomes one branch, and that's yours, and the choice is yours to make, and there is no right or wrong. I'm not saying that you're right, you took the best path and you took the higher road. None of that stuff is going on right here. I'm not saying that stuff is bad, but I'm saying that's not what this is. You needed to disconnect. There was a reason to disconnect. The past has shown you why you needed to disconnect. They're going that way. You're not going that way. It seems like there's no way that y'all would ever be able to reconnect. Maybe, maybe not. Either way, you've got your path to walk, and you've got to walk your path. No matter what their path is, you must walk yours. So it's time to walk your path by weekend, and there might be a lot of feels involved, but hopefully you're moving towards prosperity and feeling really good about the decisions that you needed to make. Because even if the decision involves moving away from someone because your heart feels like you got to go this way and their heart's telling them they got to go that way, even if that decision is the case, understand that it's so important that we follow our hearts. And again, it doesn't mean that reconnection won't be possible in the future, but it does mean that different paths have to be walked. And yeah, again, Smoky Quartz is coming out saying, please put me in your pocket. I'll be so happy to just love and guide you. And you don't even need an actual Smoky Quartz for Smoky Quartz to come out and help you through these energies, knowing that, it's helping you it's taking some of the negativity off your back so you don't have to carry it all, and it's helping you to transmute that negativity into beautiful energy. Knowing that Smoky Quartz is doing that for you, that right there is enough. And, just reaching out and be like, Smoky Quartz, you got my back, and I'm so thankful that you do, and just moving on. So Smoky Quartz wants to remind you that it's here to help, because this walking your own path is not easy, and it's walking with lessons learned, Yeah, just know that there's nothing wrong with paths diverging. It's a part of the process, and it's going to be okay. That's why you had to detach from them. But you'll be able to move forward in your mastery with what you're meant to do, with the path that you're meant to walk, and they'll be able to move forward in theirs and walk their path. Otherwise, y'all would have stayed tangled, and y'all would have tangled each other's paths, and it's just not, it wouldn't have been worth it. It wouldn't have been worth it. I think you know that. Oh, goodness. Okay, so that's all the tarot that we have. Now we're going to move into the oracle message portion of the reading. So let's move into the oracle messages and see what they got. Alright, so the first oracle cards that want to come out today is the shadow. So today our shadow has a message for us for the week, for us to take for the week. Trust the fall. I'm telling you guys, shakeups are coming, but it's going to be a gift. It's so hard to see because it's like a hailstorm, and it's like the gift of the hailstorm, the gift of the destruction of everything that you held beloved. Trust the fall. You know, that's our shadow coming out right there. So, okay, so that's what we got. Trust the fall. Trust the fall. Number 19, the number 1, the number 9, the number 20 might have significance to you. 20 does very much here with us because it's about protecting our feelings. Protect your feelings. But yes, 19 adds to 10, not 20. Sorry, but 20 came out, and there's a reason for that. I thought 20, but 19, act on your heart. That's where Chiron is. That's where the eclipse was last week. Like I said, we start off this week rethinking the energies that we went through with the eclipse. So wrapping our mind around what happened. So, and I wish I could say, and it's over, and it's going to be calm, but no, I feel like this week is going to be a little cray. So we're going to have to protect our heart and act on our heart and trust the fall. All right. So, second oracle that wants to come out is the Fae. So let's see what the Fae want to tell us about this week. What do they got to say? Okay, rescued, assistance. So I feel like what the Fae is saying here is call upon your guides, your spirit guides, your spirit team. You will be needing their assistance this week. Rescued. Nature, it will be here to help you. So in all the feelings going on this week, a walk in nature, connecting with nature, just going out and enjoying nature is probably going to assist us and help us to be able to transmute these feelings and to figure out, the grounded foundation that we'll need, knowing that crazies are coming, and it's a gift. It's a gift. That thief stealing that stuff from you, it was a gift. Aren't you so lucky that you got stolen from? You're so lucky. Wish I could get stolen from like that. No, I'm not gonna say that. But it's a gift. The storm, the shakeup is a gift. Trust the fall. Know that you have divine assistance. And know that the earth is there to help you. Like, that's the smoky quartz. It's Mother Earth saying, please let me help you this week. I know it's a lot. It's a lot to handle. Could you imagine being her children? Most of her children don't even want to admit that they belong to her. They'll say that they're star seeds, So, I mean, she calls herself dirt because of how her conscious beings choose to act upon her. So, it's got to be tough for her too. And she don't even get acknowledged, or if she does, it's acknowledged as evil and destructive. So, yeah. Mother Earth is here to help. She does understand. She has love and compassion for us nonetheless. Nonetheless, she has love and compassion towards us, and she is so grateful to help us. And there are elementals all throughout nature that are just willing, if you just want to sit in nature and ask them to, connect with divine God first and ask permission to only connect with the highest divine beings of nature and the elements, and ask for healing assistance throughout your being, and they will do that for you. You just sit there and it's like enjoying a nice spa day where all you had to do is walk out into a little woodsy area. So that's what the Fae are coming here to say to us now. Alright, so now we're going to move into the Lemurian. And I was like, are you guys sure? Because I like to either start with this one or finish, but I just felt called to put this one in the middle for some reason of the oracle cards. So the way that we do the Lemurian readings is I will hold up the card really close. Lemuria, we are tapping into our ancient ancestors, and we're seeing what they have to say to us. And I'll hold up the card and you'll see what it says to you first for about 30 seconds. Let you just kind of focus on the card and see what it says to you. And then I'll tell you what it says to me. Maybe I'll bring you confirmation. I hope so. If not, then, take your message is what you need to hear. And then I flip over the card and the card reads the message for us, and I'll read that to us. So that's how we do this portion of the reading. So let's get into it and see what our ancestors have to tell us. All right. I'm going to get better at holding these cards. All right, so the first thing that I see is I see these two spirit guides within her. So I feel like they really spirit really has our back through these energies of the week. And I feel like luck is on our side, wisdom is on our side, and I just feel like the ancestors are calling out to say that they see us, they see our beauty, they see our light that we're trying to create, and they have our back. They see the hardships that we're going through, and they want to strengthen us. They want to help us and strengthen us. They're encouraging us to speak our truth. Speak your truth. Speak your love. Speak your light. Speak your truth. Don't be afraid. Don't hold it back anymore. Start speaking your love and speaking your truth. And you have the knowledge that you need to be who you need to be right now. All right, let's read it. Balanced forces. The Lemurian people are said to have been androgynous, a perfect balance of what became masculine and feminine energy as it densified in physical form. This card invites you to look at masculine and feminine energy from a more balanced perspective. What needs to happen to form a more holistic and equalized foundation? Yeah. For more masculine drive and focus, concentrate on goals, desires, and ambitions. If you want to engage in more feminine energy, for receptivity, trust, flow, and surrender. Consider all the things you are already grateful for. Feel the warmth, gratitude, and comfort of knowing everything is divinely perfect just the way it is. All right, so yeah, like I said, it starts with securing our foundation. And so, yeah, this gives us a thing to look at for at the beginning of the week. What needs to happen to form a more holistic and equalized foundation? So think about that as we are making our foundation repairs during this time. All right. Let's see. I think I can. Now that I see the camera, I'm going to play with the cards. Sorry, guys. All right, here we go. Now, for our next oracle, we will have the Mystic Shaman to see what comes out. Luminous Warrior. Yes, you have the power within you. You know what you need to do to fight this war with love. You know what you need to do. How can you fight in peace? Not fight for peace, fight in peace? Maybe I shouldn't say fight. How can you allow turbulence with peace? Yeah. But luminous warrior, light warriors, go out there, shine your light. You're definitely going to be needed this week. So the week might start off a little bit where we're figuring out our foundation, what is needed to make it more harmonious and balanced. But the week is going to end where we need to be light warriors. And we're going to need to work our light. That's why we call ourselves light workers. So the number 32, believe your feelings and you will know what to do. Believe what you're feeling and you will know what to do. Ooh, feelings are so dynamic. What feeling do we need to believe in? The feeling of our heart. Believe how your heart feels and you'll know what to do. All right, so the last oracle card that we have for this week and this week's energies is the Hidden Realms. So what is the Hidden Realms here to tell us? Lady of the Mirror, reflection, non-judgment. Yes, the Lady of the Mirror is here to help us as we go through these turbulent times. 44 is a turbulent number. It adds to 8, which is commitments, but it's commitments to where we belonging to where we belong, and uncommit to where we don't belong. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. It's a commitment to where we belong and uncommitment to where we don't belong. Understanding that it's a reflection of lessons learned and there's no reason to judge. Like with this, we're going separate paths. We have to detach and go separate ways, and then we'll have our one single path now. But there's no reason to judge. It's a reflection and lessons were learned. And understanding that the storm is the gift. The storm is the gift. And yeah, that's our final oracle. That's all she got for you. I thank you guys so much for being here, for being a part of this. I know energies are intense right now. I have faith and I have hope that we will get through it. We'll make our ways through it. I know that we will. There's no reason to judge, though we might want to. And we should try to protect our feelings the best that we can, but we should also understand that we're not in control of everything. So sometimes things happen that they just happen, you know? So we can trust the fall. We can believe in ourselves, and we can have faith, and we can move in that faith for a brighter tomorrow. Maybe not for the whole world, but for us, in our little piece of the world, we can make it brighter tomorrow. So, Oh my goodness. I guess that's all that we have for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining us, and I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, be blessed with love. All right, everyone, that is our second Mystic Monday. Fully done. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I know that it warms my heart to know that you guys are here. I hope that I'm helping someone out there, and I'm so thankful for you guys so much. Please, please, please remember, keep in mind, scammers are going to scam. People be out there pretending that they're me, asking you to buy a reading, and then they never give you a reading, and it's a scam. It's not real. I can't be on every social media platform. I am not on Instagram at the moment of the recording. I might get on Instagram, but people on there be trying to say that they're the Mystic Hillbilly or whatever. They'll be like misspelled. Anyway, there's all kinds of scammers out there. I will never reach out to you for a reading. You will need to be called to reach out to me for a private personal reading. I will always book my readings through my website, which is themystichillbilly.com. I encourage you to go there if you would like to book a reading. I do astrology readings, all kinds of chart readings, and I also do all kinds of card readings, and I have low price card readings too, and chart readings. If you just want to ask a question about your chart for 20 bucks, I will answer that question thoroughly, as in-depth as I could possibly go, because that's just how I am. I'm not one to swim in the shallows. I dive deep and I go to the bottom. So if you want an astrology reading or you want a personal card reading, please check out themystichillbilly.com. And another thing is, if you want a more personalized reading or more personalized access, you can go to my Patreon. On my Patreon, for only $2 a month, we have full moon and new moon card readings, so 2-week readings that we're doing there, and a daily card read. So it's just $2 a month, guys. It's not much at all, and I appreciate all of the love and all of the support that I get. You don't have to spend any money on me to love or support me. I'm so thankful for you either way. Of course, hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe. Thank you guys so much for being here. And yeah, I think that's it for you. That's all that we got for this Mystic Monday. I'm so grateful for all of you. And yeah, watch out for those scammers out there. You know they ain't real. They be trying to lie to you. And if you'd like a personal reading, mystichillbilly.com, more personalized daily card reads along with full moon, new moon reads. That's my Patreon. So check it out in the description. Or if you just want to donate, I also have PayPal and Cash App. So thank you guys so much for all your love and support. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. And I hope that you all have a wonderful week. Until next Mystic Monday, be blessed with love.